This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so let's call a Public Safety Committee meeting for Tuesday, January 17th to order. Take the roll, please.
Councilor Halverson.
Here.
Councilor Best.
Here.
Councilor Foster.
Here.
Councilor Sanchez.
Here.
You have a quorum now.
Okay. I'm going to make a motion to approve the agenda minutes.
Madam Chair, I'll make a motion to approve the agenda with changing the regular item 3 to 23, or the resolution to 20, resolution 23XX. And we do the minutes at the same time.
Yeah, that's fine.
And approval of the minutes for the November 21st meeting.
Second. Any discussion or objections?
Yes.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, I guess we'll move on to regular item, resolution 23XX. Mr. Franco.
Madam Chair, councilors, I have 5 properties. The first one is 504 South Lee. This property burned in December. It has heavy fire damage on it. The property owner has came in and he was advised he has to get a contractor to fix the property and he hasn't came back in. The second house, 311 East Bland, that was a PD call open to the public. It also had a fire. Property owner did come in and agreed that it was to be condemned and they would work on it on a later date. 1200 Auburn's, this one, we've had no contact with the property owners as of yet. 602 North Washington, this has gone through resolution before, but it was for the south property. Now the other house has been condemned, so now the whole property, all structures on that property are we're asking for them to go through resolution. And then the last one is 3200 North Kentucky. This is at a trailer park, space number 58. This one was on a PD call also, who's open to the public. The building inspector talked to the neighbors and the lady that lived there has left and nobody knows where she went to. Animal control was called to this property. They took a bunch of cats and dogs and one of the neighbors kept a couple of the big dogs. The inside of it was really, really bad. Like dog feces everywhere. You mean everywhere. It's unsuitable for living. And that's what I have. 5.
Any discussion on any of these condemnations? Anything from the public for the condemnation? Okay, then I'll entertain a motion.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to take resolution 23-XX to consent agenda on our next city council meeting, which would be February, not a clue.
6, I think.
February 9th,
Okay.
2023.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution passes. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Franco. Regular item number 4, consider contract and opportunity to participate with live PD program. Chief Smith.
Have we all heard of Live PD? Used to be PD Live, I believe. This is On Patrol Live and it used to be PD Live, the series. It's one of the police shows that's out there. Since I've been here, Roswell's been approached no less than 3 times by these police shows that want to come do ride-alongs and do footage and put us on TV. And the hitch has always been that I won't allow them to just have free access to the video. It has to have redactions, and they've always been stumped with that. They've thrown everything out that Albuquerque lets them, whatever. I won't do it because 10 years down the road that they still have access to that and they can do what they want with it. This particular outfit comes in, we have 24 hours to redact and change the footage if we don't like it or not allow it to be released. They are as restricted as the media is. That means they can't enter somebody's house. They can't, if there's any victims or informants use, it's all going to be taken out or the video will be removed. They're going to they do extra footage, like when there's slow nights. So they'll have done a footage beforehand, like they'll talk to the officer about what they do in investigations or something like that. Bottom line is it looked pretty good. They sent a contract to me to look over. I sent it to legal. Legal didn't like it, but he accessed Bernalillo, who just got out of doing a series with him. And Bernalillo's contract was acceptable. So they mirrored Bernalillo's contract, which is what's attached here. So Hess has already seen, reviewed it. But it's up to the board and up to the mayor with whether they want live PD to have Roswell as part of their battery. I will tell you this, I think it's an outstanding opportunity to showcase the police department here and how professional we are. And I wouldn't want anybody near us if that wasn't the case. The only itch that I had before is I didn't want to give away video. And this one, they'll have video, but it'll be redacted or it'll be under our approval in 24 hours to go through it. I think it'd be pretty good to have the Roswell Police Department as part of their TV series. I think the community would enjoy it. But so that's my presentation. It's like I said, it's up to the city council and the wishes of their constituents and the mayor on whether you want such to happen in this community.
So who would be looking at the video to redact it?
Our staff would do it. So you could have anybody you want to. Nothing's in stone right now, but I mean, we could have legal look at it too, but 24 hours. And the other thing is we're not going to put them with just anybody on the street. They're not going to come in and freelance this. They're going to ride with who we put them with.
You're not going to put them with the fresh cookie by himself?
Come on. We'll showcase the Roswell Police Department.
Ms. Best, do you want to?
I'll get you another one. I'm having a real big problem with this. We've worked long and hard to get our tourism built up. And to me, this is a negative hit on Roswell. And I know you want to showcase the police department because they are amazing. But from what I understand by the paperwork that I gave you, this exact company has been sent to court by Bernalillo, and it shows that they are taking information away, or they are on scene, they're not doing their job. The customers or the people that have the issue are complaining the police officers are too worried about the camera, they're too worried about this. They're not giving the attention to the citizens that they need. So they've already had lawsuits against them for not following their contracts or whatever. How are we going to pay our staff members to redact stuff that really is kind of a waste at this point of manpower that we need elsewhere? Does all the PD, will they all agree, and will the union agree to this? Public. Do we get extra pay for our staff members that are going to redact? I almost got really disgusted at this, just reading through it. I'm not happy with it. I just think it's going to take away from all the years that we've worked on our tourism. If we want to highlight the police department, we have our own filming crew, our own camera crew. We can go out and do that. I don't want things getting out. Let's use, for example, somebody decides to hang themselves and these people follow that night. How are you going to keep that from their camera? Somebody's bound to film it. And that's the problem. There's cameras around everywhere, not theirs, but these are everywhere. So those film people are going to have their own personal cameras on their own phones, which we cannot subpoena or whatever, because it's private, and they'll sell it to the highest bidder. I have an all around problem with it. I didn't read the contract completely through because I sit and watch a lot of TV now that I'm retired, sorry, and I watch some of those programs. And you have officers, their faces are blurred out. Does the sheriff's department agree? Does the state troopers agree? Because they all go together on certain runs. I think we can highlight our police department ourselves in a better view. And I don't know how to approach this. This is your deal to approach since you're chair, but I think it is a bad situation for the city of Roswell because we have worked very hard for our tourism. And you know that because you worked hard on this tourism to get this built up. So there's my 2 cents worth. I will not vote on this no matter how far it goes. Because I think it's a disservice to our citizens and to our police department. I'm done.
If I could just make one point real quick, just for clarification, we did not go seeking this.
I
We were
understand that.
approached. That's a bit, I want everybody to fully understand. That's why we're here today. We didn't make any guarantees or to anybody about anything. We wanted input from the committee. If this committee found that they were in agreement or that they wanted to do something like this, then we would still go to legal with this contract. All it is it's action item because we need direction that we did not on our own go out and solicit this opportunity. It approached us and we wanted to get the council's input or the public safety committee's input on whether or not we wanted to even pursue it or not. That's why we're having that discussion.
Well, and I think these guys came here because of the UFO. We are
Why did they say why they chose?
we are a well-known city and they're wanting to, of course, they're going to play their side. You know, they're going to play their side and we're going to think our police department's going to shine after this. But from what little I drug up in less than an hour that you're reading, this is negative. Even Duck Dynasty doesn't like it. I mean, hey, Duck Dynasty doesn't like it, you know, what can I say? So I'll shut up for now.
No, that's fine. Nobody has any vested interest in it. Here's the thing. There's been 3 other runs from other shows. And I told you the reason why I wouldn't even bring it forward, because I'm not going to bring it forward if I'm not going to give up any of the video. And that was a sticking point there. But if I don't bring this forward and then somebody contacts a city councilor or the mayor and says,
Exactly.
why wouldn't you want your police department showcased on that show? That would be good for recruiting, wouldn't it, Phil? So I'm bringing it forward. This is what I have to do. Nobody has a dog in the fight here. I did not guarantee this guy. I said this has to go before 2 boards before it would even be approved because they wanted to start the new season in January. I said, well, we don't have that time frame. But I don't think it would be negative, but I haven't had them do it here. So I can't give you that reference. I will tell you that it was a mixed bag review from Bernalillo. Okay, Bernalillo said that the crew was professional and outstanding to deal with, but they said it was an inconvenience having them there all the time. So that was both sides of it, and Hess did some background on that as well.
How long did they say they would be here?
They want a year, but we can separate anytime we want. We can separate on 15 days
I'm
notice.
assuming if anything, they get shot or anything.
That's all that.
Yeah, they have the waiver and everything else. And that's another thing too. We don't have a lot of room in our front compartments of our vehicles, if any of you have gone on a ride along. But, and we would hand choose who they rode with. So, and we would hand choose with, what they did. But like I said, don't take this like I have a dog in the fight. This isn't like I'm asking for tasers. All right. Or asking for five new positions. This is not the same level. I thought it was interesting. I think an awful lot of our police department would like to showcase it, but if we have other avenues to do it, that's fine as well. There's no fight coming from here. It's merely just an informational.
Because that was the first thing I thought when Ms. Best said is, why are we hiring someone to do video and we have our own video department? But then I read it's a whole different kind of show.
Well, and can they mix with the sheriff's department and the state troopers?
Yeah,
Are you going to take our time looking at videos, blacking them out?
Well, we do them anyways. We look at the videos anyways. That's with the Axon. That's part of the process with the supervisors have to go through it anyways. And I think that's what they'd be operating off of. But yeah, they probably have their own cameras as well, but they have to submit those to us as well. Yep, it's a workload. I'm not arguing any of it. No, I'm not. You're not getting that. All I'm telling you is, or asking, is it a good opportunity for recruiting?
Something that concerned me too, and I mentioned it to Mr. Foster, is I don't think like a criminal, but a lot of criminals will see that they're here in town. Will they increase crime because they want to be on TV?
Or will they not go anywhere near it because they don't want to be identified?
But then they'll find out how to not get caught too. On some
What we'll
of them.
probably have
Lots of
more,
ways to look at it.
what we'll probably have more of is sheriff's department personnel hanging around us.
My major thing is they're not compensating us at all.
No,
So,
I wonder if that's a
It's our labor.
conflict if you do that. I don't know. I don't know the
No.
ins and outs of that.
because I mean, so.
Well, it would be a donation of our time and energy to them. That's a donation problem.
Well, any video they take, you're going to go through hours and hours and hours of redacting.
And so that's the other, my argument against Counselor Best is, the truth is, any press is good press. Doesn't matter if, I mean, Roswell names is being seen in New York. It thinks Roswell, and it'll be in the back of somebody's head, oh, we want to go there. And so any press is good press. It doesn't matter what.
We want to go and get
As
shot.
long as they spell your name right, that's all they care about. And so any press is good press, but I do see that it's an increased workload on y'all.
Well, I'm also thinking, now I don't do the actual redactions, but we can just say you're not getting that one at all. If it has somebody in it or something that's questionable, you're just not getting it. So it's not even a redaction, it's just you're not getting that one.
Yeah.
But I understand maybe a partial, if you wanted to cut a shift in half or something like that, or whatever it is. Like I said, informational, and I don't make the rules on this one. This is asking the community. And so don't get the wrong impression on this. If I was coming for cars or something, I might have a little more defensive posture. I don't have that here. So.
Well, I like the fact that they give you the option to redact the video and tell them that they can and can't.
I think it's flattering that they've had Bernalillo and us, and they're all over the country. So it's flattering. At least we get the flattering, they want to put us on. I don't know if you should take it flattering, but I think that most of the police departments look pretty good on those shows.
Yeah, I do remember this when the Spartan helmet.
Oh, yeah.
The ruckus, but it also read down further where it caused a ruckus with was it the state police or was it a Santa Fe police class that used the Spartan helmet as one of their symbols, and they got, and that's just been recently. But other than that, I mean.
Well, I think with the option for you to redact it, I think we could keep it looking in a good light for the police.
We sure would. I don't want to hurt it. What I want is recruiting. That's really what I really want. I want to showcase what we've been doing out there. I mean, we're going to be we're going to go through our first audit this year for the national accreditation. We're doing all the right things down here. We're looked at very fondly on a national level, from what I hear from certain recruiting divisions and headhunters and stuff that I've known through the years. One of them I went to college with. And they say they look at us as Roswell as probably the most professional entity in the state of New Mexico, which I said I would like to have heard that a couple of years ago. But, it is a good operation, and I say it with great pride.
I'll have to look for it and watch it. But if we do anything, I think
That means you'll be involved too. Because you're on scene. So that includes our fire department too. So it can't be just them asking you.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's going to be the board. It's not going to be me. It's the board allowing me.
Well, and I understand that, but they should have approached our fire chief because he's at a lot of these. I mean, every time we've had 4 accidents on Richardson and Second in the last.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a regular smash up down there.
Believe me.
There's always fire department down there.
you have an opinion? Sir, do you have an opinion?
I do.
To me, it would be, from fireman perspective, those guys are loved. But it is two totally different, they're there for totally different reasons we're ever there for, so. That's kind of a tough one to me. I don't know.
Because they would need releases from everyone. So, Mr. Mayor.
I don't believe they would need releases from everyone. They're signing a contract with the city of Roswell Police Department. Their agreement was with them. There are other entities coming in to assist them. It's the contract with the police department, not the sheriff's department, not the fire department, anything else. They're not getting the people are coming here filming on Main Street year round and they're not getting releases from every person walking down Main Street and putting it on videos and stuff. So I respectfully disagree that they
Okay.
would have to have
That's fine.
releases from the sheriff's department. Now, our attorney, who's not in the room at the moment, could.
Well, it might be a nice olive branch to hand out to the
No,
sheriff's
I think there
department
would
to
definitely
say,
would need to be, hey, all the organizations in this area would have to know that these people are here from this time to this time filming, just be FYI. You don't want to get on camera, don't come to the,
Well,
stay out of the way.
but I do think they would have to, if it's going to be, they would have to have their approval or blur their face otherwise, but.
We can ask them.
Unfortunately, they can do a lot of filming on the street.
That's
They
true.
can put our faces on.
90% of it's going to be public view.
Public-
And so it's not any different than Don Juan standing on the street corner with his phone and videoing everything under the sun and putting it on Facebook or wherever they go. They don't get releases from everybody. So 90% of it is filmed from public view unless they have, if they go onto a scene and they get authorization to enter that person's property.
Well, then I would recommend maybe contacting them before you, when you look at any of the video, before it's redacted, and find out anyone who's been at that scene, do you have any problem with being on camera? And if they do, then you redact that video. So every time they do something, yeah, you're going to have to find out anyone who's on scene didn't want to be in there, then just redact it. Tell them you can't show that face.
Well, if I wasn't, say they came up on a scene where somebody had taken their own life, I don't want that out there because I don't want that
Yeah.
family to have access to it. And that's one of those videos that I'd say that one's not going out. And it's,
But you may have a fireman or a sheriff officer that doesn't want to be on video.
Yeah.
If they're on scene, maybe it's going to be a hassle though to contact everyone who's on scene. Do you not want to be in the video? If you don't want to be in the video, you can let us know now so we can redact.
Yeah.
Or blur your face. If anything, this needs to be recommended to go to legal before we send it to council.
Absolutely, I want legal to, if you agree, but I would like some consensus from this group. This is something you would like to see done or not. Because legal's going to ask all those questions. What did public safety say? That's why I wanted this group first. Like I said, the chief said, we don't have a dog in this fight. We've been approached or they were approached by this company to come here and do this. Do we want that type of publicity and our city on TV in that light? That's a decision we're asking the council for input into.
So hearing from you, you want this.
I only want this if the community wants it. And I'm not sidestepping it because I would never want to ram something like down that because, I mean, we are a very conservative community here. And, some of that stuff is private stuff and we do the best we could to protect it. So, I mean, like I said, I find it kind of flattering, but I definitely understand being on the other end. I'm one of those people who doesn't like to be on tape, on film. So, but I just think when I've seen this show, I haven't seen some of the issues. This thing was all over. I didn't see the video of this, but I saw this all over the news that these people put that on the side of the vehicle. I don't know why they do stuff like that in this day and age. But anyways, I always like the fact about this crew is that they don't enter houses. They don't do any of that stuff. And they're not trying to, the other companies try to tangle with you right off the bat by saying, oh, no, we need the whole video. And other people give the whole video. No, I'm not giving the video. It's as long as I'm the chief here, you're not going to get an unredacted video and you're not going to get something that's going to inflame. Or when I'm gone, 10 years down the road, somebody's going to call me and go, I can't believe you let those people videotape that in our community. So, we're going to be conscious of it, but it's too much to bite off. Believe me, I understand that. And I got plenty of stuff to do. I got plenty of things to do here in the community and with our police department as it is. And my troops are busy. I just thought this would be good to showcase it. But if it's not going to work, believe me, no feelings hurt here.
Any comments from the public? There's nothing in chat, right? News. No, okay. All right, then I entertain a motion. It's up to you, Barry.
All right. Let's see. And the motion is just to send it to legal?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll make a motion that we send the on-patrol live access agreement on to legal to take their approach.
One second. You don't, Mr. Sanchez?
You gonna second it?
Yes.
Okay, he's gonna second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Nope.
Motion passes
3-1.
for legal. Okay,
It's gonna be too hard.
thank you. We have no non-action items. We have department updates. Anyone, any pressing matters they want to cover?
I have a question. Do we have the best friends report yet?
It came at 2:00 this afternoon. I will be emailing it out to the council today. Well, as soon as I get out of here and get back to my office, I will forward it to the mayor and the council.
Thank you.
And I'm happy that they're doing the volunteer program and stuff. We're getting positive feedback, so things are improving. Appreciate that. Okay, then, I guess our next meeting is February 14th, Valentine's Day. Sorry, ruined your. So I guess we'll, public participation, anything? Then maybe adjourn. Thank you, everyone.
All right, Bill. I just think it's gonna be harder on you than you want.
No. Dude. Only knew it was crawling around in the back of my head. Don't worry about it.
I just think it's a bad decision.
Like getting home one.
Well, we don't have an argumentative group like some of the others.
What do people say?
Having some group come in and take advantage.
Yeah, if they were allowed, but don't worry.